Hi class, I hope everyone's been doing well so far this semester, everyone's staying healthy and whatnot. Um, for the discussion forum questions for chapter 5 on social interaction in everyday life in the age of the internet, I decided to choose prompt 3 on online dating. What roles do gender play in online dating? Are the gender roles that exist face-to-face dating, are they replicated online? And why do you think these gender patterns exist? And I just wanted to talk about this. I found this the most interesting and unfortunately relevant. Just living in COVID times, having gyms shut down, movies shut down, clubs, bars, sporting events, where traditionally where people might meet. A lot of these places have been shut down, so online dating is kind of how a lot of people have been finding other people. So I just wanted to just give my 2 cents on it and answer the questions the best I can. And basically, as touched on in the chapter, there's been like a kind of a switch from physically being on the sidewalk and meeting and being on the digital street and meeting. And the gender roles have kind of switched. For example, traditionally speaking, men were always a little bit more visible and acted a little more dominant towards girls on the sidewalk. But on the online world, on the digital street, girls tend to gain more control and visibility online, which I found interesting. So it basically the roles kind of switched. Now the girls kind of, I guess you could say, call the shots almost, whereas the boys used to be a little more dominant face to face. And I think another interesting thing too is it was talking about how boys kind of can hide in the DMs, so to speak, to avoid like public rejection in front of their friends when advances they might make on a girl are unmet. And I think that the approaching of what used to be a guy goes up to girl, finds attractive or whatever preference anyone has, and making it some type of advance. I think that those days are gone, where it's like you kind of put yourself out there. You're not really putting yourself out there like a private snap. So I think that gender role kind of is gone really on online dating. I think that these gender roles exist. I want to say because as said in the textbook here, it says girls get naked for likes. Said this one 18-year-old girl in a sociologist, research. And I think that typically speaking, just generally speaking, boys might see something like that, be attracted, and maybe not have the courage to say anything in person. Like if you just saw a girl out in public or whatever, I think that it just happens because of I don't want to say the anonymity of your friends of like asking someone out, but I think that it's just an easy way to do it, get rejected and have no shame, which I disagree with. I think that you should just go for it, face to face like a man. But that's just I think that's why the gender roles exist online, with the girls having a little bit more control over the guys, because the guys are a little bit more weary to take their shot in person. So the girls kind of have the platform, so to speak, online, because that's where guys would preferably be in case they do get rejected. So I just wanted to touch on that. And I think that, ultimately, personally, I think that the gender roles that exist in face-to-face dating are not replicated online. Just because, like I said, I think that the girls do hold a little bit more control. But ultimately, that's my response, and just breaking it down very simply, what roles do gender play in online dating? I would say girls have more dominance than boys. Are the gender roles that exist in face-to-face dating replicated online? I would say no. Flipped. Why do these gender patterns exist? I would say because it's the easy way for boys to ask a girl out. That's my take. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone has a great semester, and I'll talk to you soon.